Okay, like I said, I'm gonna do my pitch link too, just a little bit. I leveled this one up. I'm glad that I looked this over, because again, you get this thing up in the air, it's going to be all over the place. So these are a pain in the butt to get to. I really need to put my glasses on. Again, guys, you want to make sure that your battery's in and your transmitter's on, because when you turn this thing on, it energizes the servos and it puts it back to its last setting. So if you do it without the battery on, it's not gonna affect your, it ain't gonna be worth a crap. Again, I'm gonna turn this in probably 2 turns, and you'll have to see, because yours may be different. You may require a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, it looks pretty level, so I'm going to snap this back on. Okay, it's all snapped back up, and as you can see, this swash plate is real level now. You don't have to, theoretically, when I fire this thing up, it should, hover. Again, your minute adjustment or finite adjustment will be in my trim tabs here. So like I said, this is leveled off, should lift up and relatively fly pretty close to level, with minimal stick input. And then once I get it up in the air and it's flying and it's sort of staying right where it needs to be, I'll adjust the trim tabs and it should let me go to like a hands-free hover. And then we'll do the same thing going up. Now this part of it is level, but again, the same things apply. If you just snap these little links off, you're going to turn them one way or another. If it's too high, you want to lower it, and it'll bring it down, and get everything all leveled up. Your fly bar is all leveled up, which this one is, and then with your fly bar, you want your blades leveled up. Unfortunately, I don't have blades yet. Curse you, FedEx and UPS. But by looking at the top of the rotor head, it is pretty level with the fly bar. So once that's all leveled up, again, you should be able to fly relatively level, minimal stick input, and then adjust your trim tabs to get it to where it'll almost hover hands-free. As good as my green one is, I still have to put a little bit of right pitch into it to keep it at a steady hover, but you'll figure all that out as you go. It takes practice, it takes time. You guys will be just fine. Alright, so we got that all set. This is all level. I'm happy with the way the swash plate looks, the servo linkages are. For your safety, guys, if you want to, like I said, I put my throttle all the way down, and I put my trim for the throttle all the way down anytime I work on this stuff. But in the event that you got little ones running around like I do, and they're very much into when Dad's doing something, they want to be right there. They can accidentally hit that while you're working on it. Real easy fix to that is if you look on your receiver, the top plug is your main motor, this second plug is your tail motor. So if you're worried about someone accidentally hitting that, or you accidentally hitting that when you're working on it, you can just unplug this. It unplugs. You still keep your battery power and everything on. You'll still be able to make your servo link adjustments to get your swash plate leveled. But if somebody comes over and accidentally hits that throttle up switch, your main motor isn't going to turn on, you're not going to get hit. So now that this is all leveled up, I'm going to tear it, get everything back apart, take everything, stuff it back in the fuselage, and stick it back together, and we'll finish up like that. Now that I'm done with all the adjustments, I'm going to shut everything back off. Unplug the battery. I'm actually going to unplug the battery and put it back on charge. Wish I had my blades so that I could show you the difference in the way these things fly once you get leveled off. And again, guys, on the fixed pitch, I do believe 99% of them are going to have the same adjustments built into them. So you'll be able to do the same thing like on the Honeybee, even though it's a plastic head as opposed to this metal head. The same adjustments, same swash plate, servo links. They differ a little bit in the linkage wise, but the principles are all the same. So any helicopter you get, you want to try and get that swash plate leveled up, and then from the swash plate work your way up the rest of the rotor head and get everything level with each other, and that'll get you flying pretty level, and then use your adjustment trims to get it dialed in. So now I'll start taking this back apart. Again, your stud screw for your tailbone. Loosen it, don't take it out, and you'll wiggle that out of there. Rotor head assembly. We're going to grab our pin, push it to one side. I don't know how the hell I do this without my glasses. Pull it out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that damn thing or not, but anyway, it's right here. You pull it out. I always have a tendency to launch it across the rim, so make sure you're working in a well-lit area. And this time I actually did it without doing it. Holy crap. +1 for Mike. Okay. Ball link removal tool. Take your servo links off. It's one side for some reason. I think because of the... Okay. If you put the inside part up against the swash plate, it pulls them off relatively easy. Again, big hands, tiny, teeny parts. Oop. Yeah, this is the side that's a pain in the butt. Like I said, it's not easy. Everything, gotta have patience and be gentle. Alright guys, that's my video timer, so I'll get back to you in a minute.